Dependency injection can help us decide which install manager to use based on the build configuration, whether it's a debug or release. And we are going to set up Dagger for dependency injection. We'll go ahead and import the dependencies in our Gradle configuration. And we are going to apply the Kotlin KBT plugin for annotation processing. Next, let's set up an application component, which will be the entry point for our dependency graph. Application components are usually an interface. They use the annotation component that Dagger provides. We're going to have one method to inject our main activity for now. And we are going to build a component builder to grab a hold of the application instance. Builder will have two methods. One of them is to build the component and returns it. And the other one is the one that binds the instance of the application to the application component. Also, since the application component lives as long as the app is living, we are going to annotate it with a singleton scope. And let's go ahead and create a module to provide the install manager for us. We're going to create the same module once in the debug configuration and once in the release configuration, which allows us to control which install manager to provide based on the configuration that the application is running on. We'll go ahead and copy and paste the same structure that we have for main to include the same package structure and delete the existing files since they are already declared in main. It's important to have the same class across the release and debug configuration. So we are going again to define the module and its name and copy the class declaration from one configuration to the other. We're going to use the module annotation to tell Dagger that this class is a provider of dependencies. We will go ahead and define our method that will provide the split install manager instance in our dependency graph. And we're going to have an instance of application as a parameter and return an instance of split install manager, the interface. We're going to use the same signature across in the debug as well. And we'll come back to fix the imports later in the release. But for now, let's return an instance of the fake install manager factory, or the fake install manager using the fake install manager factory. This class is provided once during the lifetime of the application. We're going to use the singleton scope. And finally, we are going to annotate it with a provides annotation to indicate that it's a factory to build instances. Let's switch and do the same thing in the release configuration. We'll fix our imports. And this time we are going to return the real implementation of the split install manager using the split install manager factory. Include this module that we just created as part of our application component modules. And we are going to fix the builder to return an instance of it whenever we are binding an instance of the application. Let's go ahead and build the application so Dagger can generate the application component that we can use. And let's change up the main activity a bit so we can inject our split install manager instead of initializing it in onCreate, and use the auto-generated Dagger application component to inject our main activity with an instance of the install manager.